So one of the largest reasons the Public Defender's Office actually hired Don Cullum was because that same office had 1370'd me on the information that Don Cullum's cousin and Katie's mother and Katie herself had pulled pistols on me at 22 East West Street in Empire, California. It used to be called Santa Fe. And they said, "We won't kill you, we'll get you to kill yourself trying to fight for your kids." Instead of allowing that to be heard by a judge or questioning anyone, people protected this crooked lawyer who was doing the work of Judge Westbrook, Sandra Lucas, Lori Freitas, and a whole bunch of corrupt kidnappers who were breaking the law and should be held in contempt of court for abusing people who are having restraining orders issued against them. The judges here are under an obligation to hold all of you in contempt for abuse of those referred to your services. Not only are you lagging on responses, not only are you not responding at all, you're assigning and prescribing people their custody based on whether or not they have something positive or negative to say about your company. You're literally dictating who gets to raise their kids based on whether or not someone has been critical of your services or the legality of what you're doing. So, to prevent the same office from representing me in a case that flies in the face of their 1370 reasoning, they can't have you're crazy for saying Katie is attacking you, and then be charging me for being attacked by her and her gang. Okay, so that's what the fuck is going on. They had to hire Don Cullum so that this Public Defender's Office could not be forced to contradict itself in a way that would force an investigation, discredit their entire office, and likely make it so that the entire Public Defender's Office would have to be reset and new lawyers hired from scratch. Beyond that, many of these people would go to prison, and it would start a cascade of audits of their handling. And they would probably die in prison for the sheer number of contempt charges that a good judge would file on people doing this. You cannot abuse people who are being referred to court services under subpoena. You can't just dictate you're going to allow violence to happen against people. You can't just dictate that they can't report that violence because it's your fucking friends. And you don't get to call them names without reviewing their accusations. That is your way out. It's just a convenient lie that you can go and say that anyone suggesting a certain topic that would allow people to reach the logical conclusion you're a criminal are therefore crazy or wrong. I'm sorry, you're just abusing your position of power to label people who are critical of you rightfully and who know you've committed crimes. You're labeling their character something so that the content of their message can't be reviewed, because anyone with the brain of a cabbage could review this information and see you as the guilty party who belongs hung by the neck until dead for treason.